Hey everyone, back again with another video to help you out. This time I'm showing you how to take the steering wheel airbag out of this 2012 Ford Escape. I think this is good from 2008 through 2012. This is being pulled from a junkyard and it's a pain in the butt. Before you start working on your airbags, make sure you disconnect the negative terminal on your battery. If this hasn't gone off yet, it will go off if you start messing with the battery still attached. So disconnect that negative terminal, leave it sit for 10 minutes or so, and then get to work. The tool I used was a heavy gauge wire pick tool. You may need a really thin screwdriver, may actually get the job done easier, like a screwdriver for a precision screwdriver set. Anyway, and a flathead screwdriver. In order to get this airbag out, you'll need to flip the steering wheel over and access the hole on the back side here on the bottom of it. I used my pick tool here, but then I'd taken this apart once before and put it back together to show, but it took way too long to replace how it comes out, so I had to do it off camera. So you're pressing straight down on this wire, and as you can see, it's really easy to miss. But when you press down on this all the way, it'll release both of these at the same time. So I was having problems where one side would release over the other. So make sure you're pressing square down the middle of this, and that's why I say maybe it's even better if you have a flathead squared pick tool, maybe even a Allen head or something to that nature that's got a flat end on it that's a little more broad. Press down on both of those at the same time, and the bottom of the airbag will release, and then you'll be able to flip it out to you. You'll have two big plugs to remove. Just squeeze those two little triggers together on the side and pry up on it. Same with this one. The back of these are different, so you can't put them in the wrong hole putting it back together. And then you'll have this little plug here that I just used my flathead screwdriver to pry that off the little terminal right here on the back side. Be careful with that you don't damage that. And there's the back of the airbag. The spring-loaded springs will release that when it gets all the way out. Obviously this got screwed up on this side, getting hooked at some point or another, but that's how you remove this airbag. Now if you're replacing it, you might have to replace the clock spring that goes behind here that these wires run into. Sometimes if this airbag goes off, these plugs will melt and you'll need to replace the clock spring back there. I think this is a T50 Torx head, and you'll unplug the plug here. But that's all there is to removing this airbag. If this helped you out, drop a like down below, subscribe for more videos. If you have any questions, leave those down below as well, and I'll help as best I can. Thanks for watching.